Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Design. I am back with my Hobonichi. I've got my the one that was given to me plus extra goodies in it, and I already put my kit. I planned it out. There's that. And look at what my husband gave me for our anniversary. Isn't that sweet? I love these. This is from the Dollar Tree, guys. Yeah, isn't that great? They're just magnetic bookmarks. Love it. So, anyways, and I'm uploading as I'm speaking to you right now, and then I will quickly review the videos and I will be back. So, we did nothing last week. I did write in my other planner. I will go back and I will write events down. It was a crazy week, as you guys know. So I said I would share with you guys a little bit more about our week last week. So y'all were very sweet and so kind and so gracious to our family. So first off, we want to say thank you for everyone who prayed for us, for everyone who wished us well, everyone who checked on us, everyone who reached out in various ways. I did put, updates kind of on our channel here. We did, kind of deal with some shaming. So we were kind of like, wow, really? But it's okay. I think people say things that they just don't recognize. But there was a lot down here that went on. Number one, we do not have snow plows. And if you guys saw that email, we do not have snow plows. Um, we might have like maybe two in the state. I don't know. We have work trucks that will go out and try to sand, but there was no way to sand in this at all. And to be honest, I wouldn't want anybody out in this trying to, to do something like that. Especially the people that would be driving those vehicles, they would have absolutely no experience driving in the snow. And I can say that because we lived in that kind of weather, we lived up in Massachusetts. So, yeah, no, I wouldn't want anyone to be out in this that is not, accustomed to driving in it because it was dangerous weather. I mean, it was crazy ice. My husband went at one point into town with our daughter at the very beginning of the storm to mail tax info to somebody. And I was just like, really? They can't wait. It's not even going to go out till, because Monday was a holiday. And then he's like, no, I got to get in there. Our post office wasn't opened. I mean, I'm pretty sure they weren't. And if they were, why were they? They should have been home and been safe. Um, Everything shut down here. I mean, everything. And, because we lost power, you couldn't heat things. You couldn't get, like, we had a pump, we have a well, and had we lost power, we wouldn't have had anything to drink. That's reality. I mean, it's not woe is us, it's just reality. We knew that we had to keep everything going. And that was a big, big, big thing that my husband did so well. He literally, when he called me from like Home Depot and Lowe's, long before the storm hit, he was like, well, they have these things that you wrap around the pipes. And I said, do it. And he shorted us a couple. And because we have spigots all over the property was water lined. And for horticultural reasons and livestock. And so we have all these spigots that are above ground that will completely freeze. I mean, not only are they metal, but they're above ground. Even if they weren't, they were PVC, they'd still freeze. And so we had to go in, and there were two we could not like wrap with the electric type heating coils. And but we were able to oh gosh, we were able to I would boil water, and he would take it out and he would, put it on everything, to keep it from everything from freezing up. And so that was such a blessing. And we had a gas stove, so I knew we were okay that way. Praise God. And then we also had a wood stove in the basement. So that could be used to heat the house, that we were going through wood very quickly. And we have not used that wood stove in years. So I was kind of like nervous the first time we started it up. I was like, is this safe? And he was like, it's fine, it's fine. And then all of our wood was wet. He had pulled some up to the house, but the winds were so high with all the sleet and everything, it was just a mess. So it was a good lesson in all these things. He was using tarps and heaters to keep all the citrus alive, and we lost all citrus but one tree, we think. And in light of people who lost their lives or their family members, that is nothing. It is sad because he's grown these trees for years. Yes. It is sad because he loves what he does. And, but we all jokingly have told him, you're the tree killer, you're the guy who brings them here to die. But he had done such a great job. We had, I don't even know how many, I think we had like 60 Meyer lemons that were like this big, literally this big. And then we had oranges that were that big or bigger, and then oranges that were smaller. And we had a lime tree, we had a nectarine tree, we had 2 olive trees, they all died. We have one little tiny orange tree. And those heaters ran so long that it melted the coils on it. It was frightening. I mean, I was just so like, oh. And remember, I don't know if you guys know this, but my house burned down when I was a little girl. So yeah, I always get a little nervous about doing things like that. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Should we really be doing that? Those kind of questions come up quite a bit. So anyways, but we're fine. We survived. Everything's good. And thank you guys. I mean, we know that we're here because everybody prayed, and we thank you for that. We did have kiddos that lost power, but the one kiddo who didn't have anything but a gas stove did not lose power. And the one who did have a small gas fireplace, my husband kept saying, it's not that big, it's not that big. At least they had that. We have not heard from them. We know they lost one chick. Oh, we didn't lose any of our poultry at all. Nothing. They're all fine. And you can hear my birds. They're fine. But, anyways, our granddaughter was good. She was in 3 layers, just like I was. So it was just, it was bitter. When you can see your breath in your bedroom, you know it's cold. So anyways, but it just was very cold. We closed off our bedroom. It was too cold. It would not take heat. So yeah, we did not sleep in our bedroom. It was way too cold. This house is from 1938, and it was built by a German gentleman and his son. And we just met his granddaughter during the pandemic. She drove by. She's so sweet. And she's going to come back for a tour of the house. And anyways, it took a licking. I mean, it did, and we are very blessed. I think the reason we didn't have pipes freezing is because we were running a wood stove the whole time. That was really a big thing. So, all right, I'm going to put this over here and this over here. And then, let me see. I'm going to do, there's 6. So I wanted to save the same color. And then the last one, so these are going to be our meals. But she came by, and she's going to come back, and she remembers when her daddy helped her grandfather build this house. So, but because we had that wood stove, I think that's what kept all of our exposed pipes in the basement, because you can see them in the basement, warm. And we were very blessed. And my husband was very creative on how he kept us warm. So we are very, very fortunate, and very, very smart, really amazing. We were blessed, and I, without a shadow of a doubt, know that. So, all right, so this one I usually come across to kind of divide. Let me see, I may just put it right there. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to overlap this one, so I'm going to overlap both sides. All righty, and I might put gratitude in here, not sure. I am going to put we did lose our gardens, which it's okay. One good thing was I had not gotten, I'm going to put that for gratitude because our birds are okay. I did not get my stuff planted in the garden, and my husband was kind of fussing at me. And then now that everything died, he's like, yeah, that lived. And I said, well, isn't that great? So I love this one. I picked this one because it says my love, and we started our winter Bible journaling camp, and it's about love. So I thought that was really kind of neat. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. Um, so I have been trying to track water and trying to track exercise, but last week there was no exercise. None. I mean, I except for walking in the house, my husband was like, there was no way to go out. Everything was covered in ice, and like I couldn't even go out at one point and take real pictures because the whole all the snow drifted up on the porch and everything was covered either in ice or snow. My husband was like, "We're not walking out on there," and I was like, "Yeah, no, no, I know, I gotcha, I feel you. I'm not gonna take a tumble, I promise." So, anyways, we didn't go out on those times. I did take some pictures. You guys can see some on Instagram. Some I put out via the chat here on YouTube. So if you want to see pictures of what it looked like, you guys can see pictures. And we are happy. We're happy to share. It was the sweetest thing when my husband went to mail that document to the client. He drove with our youngest, went with him, and there were kids in the park sledding, which never has happened that I know of in the history of this town at all. So I'm going to put pictures somewhere over here. Well, I don't want to put it there. I guess I'll put it down here. I need to get pictures done this week. And actually, I think I'm going to put it where I'll see it more. Put it down here. It's going to stick out a little bit. So, whoops, I got a crooked. But Etsy's not up. Nothing. We are just counted a week plus behind. It was a good 10 days before, during, and after. And yeah, and just so you know, we also have solar power that we run certain things off of outside. So yes, there's some things that we plugged in, but as a result, we did not turn on things in the house. So we'd have heat on for a little bit and then I would turn it off. And I gladly did it because I knew we needed to not drain the system. And we had a little infrared heater, which uses a lot less electricity. And my husband was just saying that's the route we should go. Because a friend of mine wrote me and said, "Well, we have infrared heating." And my husband laughed and he goes, "So do we." And he pointed to it. And I said, "Oh, well, that's good." And he said, "Yeah, it's okay. We're doing the right thing." I was like, "Okay." But anyways, so we were all trying our best here. Everybody was trying hard to be careful, to not overtax the system, and to be considerate of others. So, there were very sad results of this storm, no doubt. And many of you know, I've already shared this with you. There was definitely some loss of life, major loss of loss in property. There were some things that burnt down because people didn't know how to heat properly, or things were just overloaded. And then there were some people who died due to the way they heated. Pardon me, I'm going to scoot these over. I don't know why I did that because I need to be able to write notes over there. Okay, I'm going to scoot over here now. But please be in prayer for all those people. There are literally those that froze to death in their homes. Literally. It's hard to say it. It's hard to understand it. But it happened. It was too cold, too long without any level of heating. And, you know, one of the things I've said in a posting, we do not have adequate clothing. We do not have adequate resources as a state. We do not have adequate resources as individuals in the state. And that's one of the things my husband said is we're getting a generator. And I said, yeah, I already thought of that. And I said, I thought of it before it even started. And I was just thinking, oh, we should have had a generator. But this is never happened before, probably will never happen again in our lifetime, we hope. And in the state of Texas. So never in my whole life has the whole state been under freeze warning. And the valley, places like that usually don't have that. So really kind of an unusual situation. And all right, I can go back and put all that down. I feel like that's crooked. Let me see. Well, it is. You're probably wondering, didn't you see that? I did not. But amazing stories of amazing friendships, of amazing neighborly things that were done, of amazing situations. Our neighbors' pump started burst. They had pipes burst out to their well. It started flooding our pasture, and my husband went out there in the cold turned off the pump so it wouldn't burn the pump out. Now, they went back out and turned it back on. He went back out, turned it off, left him a message and said, I don't know if you know this, but if you keep running this, it's going to burn up your pump instead of just replacing your pipe. So, okay, so there's my little camera. I can put that up here. Probably not going to get to that till maybe Thursday. So I'm just going to put it right there. We have to redo our whole, I'm going to put this up here. We have to refinance our car. They've waited till the last minute. They didn't follow through. They wanted to wait because of the storm. All those good things. We understand. But now I have a very busy week. So not really sure what's going to happen. They have to see our car. And I don't know. My husband's not very happy with how this turned out. So I don't know. He may take it and drop it off and say, we're done. But we'll see. So pray for us. We have to be wise and, think wisely and make good choices and all that kind of good stuff. So, but he is not far off that they did not do a good job. They did not. And unfortunately, they had a little tude. You know what a tude is? It's an attitude with me on the phone last week. And I didn't even tell my husband. But if my husband knew that the attitude was the way it was not acceptable. And then when I apologized for being firm, they never apologized. And, because sometimes you just say, well, I'm sorry for my part, you know. So it's a very reputable car dealership here in Texas that we have done business with, and my husband has supported via his employees who get company cars. He tells them to go to this particular dealership, and I'm afraid he won't anymore now. I kept trying to tell them, be thankful you got me, not him. So anyways, bless their hearts, but we don't know what we're going to end up doing. So don't know how that's going to happen this week. And, oh, that's so pretty. It's like a pretty, so you have teapots, you have teacups, you have saucers and telephones and clocks and vintage and, letter writing and, typing and all that. And I just think this is such a beautiful kit. And this is specifically a Hobonichi. And you have all the treats. Can you see that? There you go. Isn't that pretty? This is a Hobonichi kit from DEK Designs that I absolutely love. And I'm going to put the teacup here. And so, teacup and saucer. And I usually don't use these, so I just cut these off and save them. And since I dropped my scissors the last video, I'm just going to cut it like this. And I'm going to cut this off and save it. And then I've got this part left. So I've used the whole kit except for a few tiny things. And you know how much I love to feel like I've used my kit. But I will leave a link below for DEK's always below. And if I can find the name of this kit, if it's still in the shop, I will list it for you guys if you guys are Hobonichi fans. And of course, this is the Hobonichi Weekly Mega, and I love it. So, and then I just saved these for another day. There you go. So, ta-da! How was that? That was pretty quick. 18 minutes, 19 minutes. That's not bad. So, thank you guys for praying. I will be back with, I'm hoping to get the other video done. I'm just really pooped today. I woke up at 6:30, could not sleep. My husband turned off the heat last night, which is fine. But he woke up cold, got up, put a sweatshirt and heavy flannels on, and I'm freezing with my little blanket thinking, why am I so cold this morning? So anyways, I woke up at 6:30. I didn't get that. So anyways, when he finally got up, I was like, you are fully dressed. And he goes, yeah, it was cold. I said, well, good thing I put everything out for you. So, all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And thank you guys again for all of your prayers, all of your messages, all of your texts, or, like messaging, what is it? IMs, all of your emails. We are good. Not one critter had a problem. Not one. Even Miss Edwina, our little special needs chicken, she did fine. And guineas, geese, ducks, everybody was fine. One duck got out and she came back the next day. Praise God. My husband has her named Ducky, but has her named. And then the only problem we had was we lost our citrus. And I looked at him and I just said, look, so many people lost lives. You did a great job. So, All right, friends, I pray your day is blessed, creative, and lovely. Tell me what you think. I love these stickers. I love them in my Hobonichi. I will go back for last week and fill in some. I definitely want to fill in the highs and lows. That I kept on my phone. So yeah, it was cold. And if it said 7 degrees in town, we figured up to maybe 3 degrees colder out here. It was crazy. We had super deep wind. We had high winds with big snow drifts, and it was very beautiful. It was beautiful. And at the very end, I had a family member who I was talking to, and she got really down and really sad because they had one pipe burst and it was outside. They were still okay. It didn't damage their home, and they had been without power, and they didn't have a fireplace, but they did have a gas stove, so they were okay there. And not only that, her husband is a superb, absolutely superb barbecue guy. I call him the rib man. He's just amazing. But she got really down at the end, and I just reminded her that as we looked out the window, probably the last time we'd see snow for maybe ever down here, and that we should enjoy the beauty of it and pray for those who've lost so much more. And that is who we should be focusing our, if we're going to mourn, let's mourn those who've lost people. And that's in, it's just perspective, and you get tired because you work so hard just to stay warm. I mean if I burnt calories for as hard as I work to stay warm, I should be skinny. I should be skinny. But anyways, I didn't. I'm sure because we were eating and not moving. We were so cold. But anyways, but we were blessed, and we know that. I mean, I would literally get a cup of coffee, drink like a third of it, and it would be ice cold before I get to the end. Same thing with hot tea. My hot tea would become literally iced tea. It was crazy. So you know how cold it was in the house. But I mean, you guys that live in the north, you guys know this. We just don't know it as well. So, but thank you guys for all your concern and your prayers and your kindness. So, all right, friends, please continue to pray for those that are still hurting, those that do not have water, drinking water right now. Some don't have water because the pipes burst in their homes. Some people are still offline. Some people, there's a few here. There's a little bit in Texas where they're still without power, according to the governor today. So, and I haven't watched anything else. I just heard that blurb very quickly or read it. I think I read it. And yeah, we don't watch the news anymore. Yeah, it's just too frustrating. So, but we did listen to the state when it came to this. We made sure to listen to the announcements. So, and because of that, by God's grace, we're okay. But please remember those that have had extreme loss. Please, if you're able to give, I will look for, it will be on my BibleJournalingCamps.com, and on the Bible Journaling Camp this week's videos, I will try to find places where we can donate to. I know Red Cross is one. I know that Candace Cameron Bure is also heading up something to help raise money for Texas. I'm sure there's many, many more. So if you want to help those in need, I would highly recommend it. And also remember, Salvation Army is a Christian organization. So for those of you who are believers and you want to support a Christian, you can also talk to area churches, look online, Texas churches. I'm sure you'll find people who are setting up all kinds of resources. And of course, FEMA has stepped in. And yeah, I mean, it's just really, our governor did a good job. Our energy, our daughter-in-law sent us this bingo of what you learned during the, what did she call it? The snowcopolis, like snowcopolic, or like the apocalypse snowcopolis. That's what it was. Anyways, and one of them was, you found out what ERCOT was. That was one of the things you could check off. She was so cute. Anyways, there were a lot of good things, like things that we all learned. And that's what it was. You checked off what you learned. And there was a lot learned. There was so much learned. But you wish you didn't have to learn it, but we did. So it's okay. We trust God. We know He has a plan. So, but again, pray for those that are dealing with loss, from, literally life to home to valuables to, food to all of that. And I appreciate that. Everybody appreciates that down here. We are, I think in Harvey, the term Texas Strong became hashtag Texas Strong. And then, of course, we've always had the Texas tough, and that tends to be more about hot, hot summers. God bless, and I prayed for the winter Texans. We get so many people from the north that live in the south. They live down here, and they camp because you can camp down here. You can camp year round. And so many of those people, they had to have gotten, I prayed they got to a what they called a warming shelter. And people were like, well, just get to a warming shelter where you couldn't get on the roads. It was crazy, guys. It was crazy. So you couldn't even walk on your porch, So anyways, but all right, friends, thank you guys again. We love you. I'm so glad you're here. And if you were tired of hearing this, I hope you turned it off earlier. But anytime you listen to me, put me on speed up because I talk so slow. All right, love you guys. I hope this encouraged you. Again, it's dekdesigns.com. If you go there, there is a discount link below, and you can always put KRIS in the comment section, and then they'll know I sent you. And that's a blessing, guys. So, and I really appreciate it. So, but be sure you use the discount code. Okay. All right. Shh, don't say I said that. But anyway, no, they want you to. That's why they give it to me to give to y'all. All right, friends. I pray your day's blessed, creative, and lovely. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Leave all those comments below. Tell me what's going on with y'all. And if I can pray specifically for you, please, please, please let me know. All right, guys. I'll be talking to you soon. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.